I'm Zeldin.
And I'm Christian.
And we are the Trading Card Bros.
This is it, guys. The video that we've been meaning to do for quite some time now. This is going to be our Yu-Gi-Oh! September 1st want ban list. Now keep in mind, before anyone comments down below of anything we say or anything of what's going to happen, this is not a prediction list. Granted that we do have some good amount of confidence about what we're about to say, but most of what we're going to say. But at the same time, this is not a prediction list. This is just a want list. This is what we want in particular that what should be on the list. Now, granted, we have done something like this already on the Banlist Patrol, but starting at the end of this video, we're only going to do the Banlist Patrol only based upon what you guys want. Other than that, this video right here, this is our final thoughts of what should happen on the first ban list, and this is just what we want. This is not a prediction. This is not us saying this is not us making special predictions or anything of saying this has to happen like this. This is just our final thoughts of what we want to be on the list.
Yeah. So here's what I think that should be banned. I want to say, first of all, I know some people are going to say it's never going to be banned, it's never going to be banned, but I just want to say this for the hell of it. BLS, I really want that to go back on the list.
AKA Black Love Soldier, Envoy Beginner. I do humbly agree with you, dude. That card needs to be banned immediately, dude. I know technically light and dark based decks have not been good as they've been for this whole entire format. I will admit to that. But keep in mind, BLS by himself is a game-winning card by himself.
And it's been proven many times.
It has been proven many times right here. But as we said at the beginning of the video, it's not gonna happen. I do see this card not being hit again, not being touched again, because we got these new Twilight Warriors coming up real soon, and they're gonna need that BLS to promote those Twilight Warriors. So that's the first card we want to be banned, but most likely, as always, we're not gonna be banned.
Yeah. This part, you're probably going to hate on me for this, but this is opinion, and of course, you have to think about it.
And look at our perspectives before you comment.
I think Monster Reborn should be rebanned again.
Right. When we were talking about this before on the video, I'll admit I didn't want Monster Reborn to be banned. But after a second look of Reborn, of why you're saying this should be banned, that is a very good point. Granted, it's not always as bad as it seems like at one point. But on the other hand, the fact that you get a certain monster from either your graveyard or your opponent's graveyard right out of the back, ridiculously, with no cause, as long as that monster does not have any card effects that says this card can be special summon or whatever, or anything like that such, it just hits the field immediately, dude. People use it to their advantage to go for game. They use it to go for advantage to go for singular monsters, like sea summons, fusion summons, all that crazy such.
Yeah.
So that is why Reborn needs to be banned.
And it doesn't even have a nasty side effect either, like you said.
Right, it has no side effect unless the monster brought back by Monster Reborn happens to do. Other than that, there's no side effect to Reborn at all.
Yeah. Another card, I know a lot of you are really going to hate on this for me as well.
6 AM players mostly?
Yeah, mostly 6 AM players, but at least when I had a coworker, when I talked about him, he said that it wouldn't be so bad if it was banned because he knows that he can survive without Gateway.
Right.
So, my opinion, Gateway of the 6 Samurai need to be banned.
Right. I know technically Sams have not really been doing anything technically ever since Dragon Rulers came out and all that such, but the fact that 6 Sams get constant rotas for their 6 Sams all the time, along with them still having max smoke signal and rota and Reinforcements army, it's just ridiculous, dude. It just gives the deck so much surge power out of nowhere, which is so ridiculous, dude. At least smokes, we wouldn't have so much problem with, we have kind of a problem with smoke signal. We'll get to that in a little bit, but we kind of have a problem with smoke signal, but we don't mind anything else on the 6 Samurai deck. We just think that Gateway needs to be banned immediately.
Yeah.
And he's so annoyed with Gateway, he's tired of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
right.
The limited.
Okay. The next card. Now, we have got a lot of dislikes on our previous Banlist Patrol this video, but fuck it, I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna say it right here. Ophion. And I
Yes.
hurt my hand a little bit.
Yes. Just for the record, we want to spell this out and repeat ourselves one last time. We're not going to say it again. Limited Ophion.
Limit Ophion. That's it. Not ban. Not make some sort of game ruling where Ophion can't do anything no more. But limited. That's it.
Yeah, we don't want to say banned. We did not say banned in the last time. We did not.
We said limited.
I know I had to use the room reference. If you haven't heard the room, don't watch it.
Let's just get back to this. Now, Ophion, the reason why we're saying Ophion, I mean, I'll admit, I do kind of feel bad for the Evil Swarm players because it is kind of picking on them it's kind of picking on them a little bit that we're always constant after the Ophion all the time. I'll admit, I do feel kind of bad with them, and right now at the moment, they really only have one trick right at the moment, but it's that one trick that always gets the job done.
Yeah, now how else are they going to promote new cards that we're going to get if Ophion's going to be in the way?
Right. How are all these other cards and the new packs that are going to be coming up, level 5 or higher monsters, along with the Blue Eyes structure deck, and the Dragon Ruler 10s that we're going to be getting soon, how are they going to promote, well, granted, Dragon Rulers can take on Evil Swords, Evil Ophion, but how are they going to promote, for the younger generation, how are they going to promote those high-level monsters if they still have Max Ophion?
Yeah, and how are they going to promote those new Twilight Warriors? Remember, they're level 5 or higher.
Right, and not to mention the fact there's that one monster that's going to support Grunex, and what's Grunex is? A level 8 monster. Ophion says, no level 8 monster for you as long as he's face up.
Yeah.
And just the fact that Ophion can just literally give you so much, and your opponent, not your opponent, and you only have to pay so little just to go off of what Ophion does, it's just really ridiculous.
Yeah, and at least it will tell them there's other Xyz monsters they have, or other Xyz monsters they can use.
Exactly.
I mean, granted that one Xyz monster is not that useful.
What, Bahamut and Ouroboros?
I'm not talking about Ouroboros, but I think Bahamut would be more useful.
Right,
just as useful, I'm going to say.
Right, the fact that he could just take a monster your opponent controls is pretty gruesome, dude.
Yeah.
Especially if you take their big eye.
Yeah.
So, Ophion limited. Next card that should be limited, Gold Sarcophagus.
Yes, definitely Gold Sarcophagus.
Right. It's technically an okay card, but the way how Dragon Rulers use it, it is kind of ridiculous. Oh, Gold Sarcophagus on Blaster, get any Fire Dragon. Gold Sarcophagus on Sarko on Tempest, get any Wind Dragon. Sarko on Title, get any Water Dragon. Sarko on Redox, get any Wind Earth Dragon for your deck to your hand. You literally, as long as you're playing Dragon Rulers, Gold Sarcophagus is literally a Rhoda for any dragon that is not light or dark based. You just banish a certain Dragon Ruler of a specific element, and you get any dragon from your deck to your hand who happens to be the same element of that dragon. And the worst part, 2 turns later, you get that Dragon Ruler that you banished with Gold Sarcophagus. And it doesn't seem like it, but in a way, you're actually getting you're actually plussing one for no reason out of Gold Sarcophagus. It doesn't seem like it, but if you think about it, it does seem like it.
Yeah.
So Sarko at 1, and speaking of Dragon Rulers, another card that really needs to be 1.
Yeah, I think Super Rejuvie, like you saw in the last Banlist Patrol,
right.
I said it should be banned first, but when I thought about it real quick, I thought it should be limited.
Right. Banning would be asking a little bit too much, but limited would really balance out the Dragon Rulers deck a little bit. At least at 1, it would force the Dragon Ruler players to either play more cautious with it or don't play it until they're 100% sure they're going to plus off really good out of that one Super Rejuvenation. Because with Super Rejuvenation being limited, it's going to be no point of playing Super Rejuvenation after just pitching 4 dragons. That's it, unless you pitch at least 6 dragons total.
Yeah.
And sorry, buddy, I really gotta say this, dude. Here's your side. Next card I really need to be limited, dude, is Spellbook Secret.
I'd be seriously crying on the floor. I'd be...
You can take great on this one. Okay. Alright, Secret... Okay. Secret needs to be limited because, well, granted, it's not always as bad. Granted, it does say you can only play one secret per turn, which actually does balance it out, but not balance it because what prophecies do with Spellbook Secret is they just constantly make the same thing over again. They just plus off whenever they play Secret and another card that goes with Secret, like Masters, Judgment, or anything related like that, they just plus off with Secret so ridiculously. It just gives them so much huge advantages over your opponent so unfairly. Alright, we're done talking about Secret. But we're going to be talking about the next card. I think we know what to talk about.
Judgment? Well, okay, I will understand.
Oh, wow! He's all oh, sure, you feel better about Judgment, but when I talk about Secret,
Look, I can understand Judgment because just like Super Rejuve, it's similar.
It's kind of more broken than Super Rejuve if you think about it.
Okay, yes, granted, yes, it's a little bit more broken, but however, if you think about it, it's kind of like hard to use in a way, but of course, I can also understand a player's point of view of why it's so bad.
Right.
I mean,
it pushes off so much, so ridiculously, and you get a free spellcaster for your deck to field, on the level depending on how many spell books or spell cards you play.
Yes, and of course, you obviously summon Justice, use Justice Effect, remove her from play to get another Judgment and another High Priestess. Now,
or in today's format, Jouging, just Jouging.
Yeah, of course.
Zelda's not a Jouging fan, just like you guys know.
Yeah, I'm not a big Jouging fan. Me no big Jouging fan. Anyway.
So, Judgment, stupid for spellbooks in a way.
I know, I would understand if it get limited, I would understand.
Yeah, so Judgment limited.
Yeah. Even though I paid a lot of money for it. What do you mean, yeah? I paid...
Okay, dude, let's just move on to the next subject before we punch each other.
Fine.
Next card, it took us a while for us to get over this, but after a quick analysis, we're willing to defend ourselves. Rollerball. That should come back in one.
I mean, yes, I know so many people are going to say, but Dragon Rules will use it.
Well, what was I going to say? You finish it. I got it.
The reason, yes, I get what Dragon Rules can do with it. They can either use it for Redox Effect, or they can probably mill a card to make sure they can increase their graveyard a little bit, and special summon it, and then go for a level 8 Synchro Monster.
Which is what they do a lot.
Yes, but think about this. If they're willing to bring back, Spore, why don't they bring back Glow Ball? I mean, give plants a little bit of a chance to come back.
Plants are getting more support, dude. Might as well give them something that will give plants a little bit more support.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be 3, it doesn't have to be 2, it can be 1. And that's it.
Although you really think about it, I think that one Grow Ball alone is just enough to get a job done. What are you trying to do with them?
But still.
Right. I get your point of view. And plus, not just plants are coming back, but Synchros are making a comeback too, and Grow Ball does help to support the Synchros a little bit more too. And last card needs to be limited. If you guys remember on our very first Banlist Patrol, I was against Zelda on this, but I'll agree with him right now. Tinky. Fire Formation Tinky.
Thank you.
That was $20. Right. Fire Formation Tinky kind of does need to be limited. Not just because of the Fire Fist. The Fire Fists are okay with Tinky, granted the fact that they do use Baron Gorilla with it a lot. But they're not so. But it's not the Fire Fist that's so bad with it. It's just knowing the fact that Beast Warrior based decks like Windups, Constellars, and
I noticed that you keep banging on my counter a lot. But anyway, back to the subject. It's more like, as you were about to say, the Beast type or Beast Warrior type decks.
If reinforcements in army is limited, it's only fair if Tinky gets limited.
Yes, and of course, since we're getting more Beast type, like those new what are they called, Bayuchi?
Yeah, they're supposed to be like God or something. I think they're called.
Yeah, they're light attribute Beast types
or Beast Warriors.
Insert
and that card can work out with that deck.
Yeah, it can. So that's why, since there's more Beast and Beast Warrior like cards that are coming,
it's only fair that Tinky gets limited. If Tinky doesn't get limited, I'd be happy if we got semi-limited at least. But our point of view, Tinky should be limited. So let's say for limited, for semi-limited, She and Smoke Signal.
Yes.
Alright, this is what we were talking about back when we were talking about Gateway. She and Smoke Signal should be semi-limited. I know, again, 6 Samurais have technically not done anything ever since Dragon Rulers came. But how is it fair when certain decks can only have 2 Rota cards, like for example E-Heroes with 2 E-Calls, Heretics with only 2 Rotas, And sooner or later, that secret of yours of the spell books are gonna get eliminated as well. So how come 6 samurais get 2 smoke signals? It really doesn't really fair it out.
Or 3 smoke signals.
Right, yeah, that's what I meant to say. 3 smoke signals. Yeah, 3 smoke signals. The deck would be a little bit more balanced if smoke signal was at 2 per deck.
Yeah.
Right. And speaking of, Evil Sword players, I know you're gonna, and Constellar players, I know you guys are gonna be mad at us when I say this, but I'm gonna say this as well.
All right, say it.
Evil Swarm and Constellar castors should both be 7 limited.
Yes, I mean, since one of them has that ability where, it can't be effect filler.
They both have that ruling.
Oh yeah, you're right. They both have that ruling where it can't be effect filler, which it doesn't make no fucking sense.
He by the way, he's a diehard effect filler fan. So.
I'm sorry, but it doesn't make no friggin' sense, and there'd be no point of running an effect filler anymore.
Anyway.
Yeah,
right.
in a way.
And knowing the fact that the castors of both Evil Swarms and Constellars can help the decks use certain moves like that so easily, dude, it really doesn't really seem like all fair if those decks can go on crazy with those specific effects right there. At least if the castors were semi-limited, it would force the Evil Sword players and Constellar players to be more cautious with their castors.
Yeah, I mean, it's like saying if I had my my spellbook magician had that same ruling, I could just go off with this effect without any caution.
Right.
Unless it's a counter trap.
Right. That's the only thing that would be like the only thing stopping you from going off your spellbook magician's effect. Other than that, you can just normal stuff and you can just be like, nope, you can't effect feather it because of the new Konami ruling.
Yeah. So basically, you're gonna have a troll face in the face.
Right. And one last card that we should talk about being semi-limited. Red Eyes Charges and Metal Dragon.
I mean, at first I sounded like I was disagreeing with that last panel control.
Right. Red Eyes Charges and Metal Dragon. I know Dragon Rulers are getting gooder. I know they've been topping a lot, and I know they are kind of ridiculous the way they are right now in the moment. I know. But first of all, most Dragon Ruler decks don't really use Red Eyes Charges and Metal Dragon, honestly.
Yeah.
There's some decks that do in particular. I happen to be one of them, but all in all, Dragon Rulers don't really need a Riser and Metal Dragon. And with all these other Dragon decks that haven't really been doing that well ever since Red Eyes became limited, besides Dragoon, Dragoonies is like the only Dragon deck right now in the moment that is actually still doing good despite Risers and Metal Dragon being at 1. All other Dragon decks haven't really been doing as well, and as long as Redman is at 2, it would still force Dragon players to be cautious with the Redman, but at least they can't explode with Redman as much. Semi-limited, I think it would be a little bit fair for the Red Charge and Metal Dragon.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why at first they limited him just because they want to prevent people from using Gustav Max.
Right, and really, if you think about it right now, I don't really think Gustav Max is really that much of a threat anymore.
Yeah, obviously they're going to use that one wind attribute monster anyway.
Right. Oh, 2 more monsters we want to talk about for 7 minutes before we conclude it. Second card is Mizuki.
Oh yeah.
Mizuki, since we got the vampire archetype coming up soon, we kind of need something that will support the vampires, and who else better than Mizuki? And Zelen, he hates vampires.
Why won't they make a werewolf deck? Come on, Konami, make a werewolf! Hey, base deck!
You okay?
I'll hunt you down! I will find you, Konami!
Are you okay?
I will go on a hunger strike! Put that on your conscience! That's right, I'll go on a hunger strike.
Okay, alright. The last card is, this was not playing out, I just thought about this right now while we're doing this video. I don't know if you'll agree with me, but I'll just throw this out with you to see if you agree with me.
Okay.
It's the sector card. I don't agree with Hornet coming back. Hornet should be just fine, limited.
Okay.
How would you feel that as long as Hornet stays limited, do you think Dragonfly should come back 2 per deck?
I don't really know, to be honest with you, because it's been a while since I faced an Insector deck, to be honest with you. It's been a real long time.
Very long time.
I mean, if they did get, semi-limited...
leave everything else alone of the Dragonfly.
That's what I'm saying, Dragonfly.
Just move Dragonfly from limited to semi-limited. And leave everything else the way it is.
I don't really know, to be honest with you. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of...
Okay.
I'm off.
I just want to throw that out with you real quick.
Let's just let the viewers decide on the comment section below.
Okay. Alright, I say for 7 limited, we only got 1 card done on unlimited. I am no longer on the list right here. Cards like Mirror Force, Turtle, and Banlist were good thoughts and all. But if there was only one card that we could think of that should be completely off the list, is Tsukuyomi.
Yeah, Tsukuyomi should be just on the list. I mean, there's no point of putting her on the list because no one's bothering using her. Not even spell books would even bother using her.
I know. They can even put good use of her as long as they put Magician Base down. Even they don't use her that much.
Yeah, I mean, I know what spellbook decks were using her for to put down your spellbook magician.
Either that or put down that one monster they don't like to deal with, like Ophion, Dracossack, and all that such, so they could just beat over it.
Yes, that's true, but however, no one's gonna bother using it anyway.
Right. I do see your point of view. And it's time for Tsukuyomi to just get off the list immediately.
Yeah, because it's no point. I mean, and maybe someday she'll be more useful than you think if she's back at 3.
I will literally shit myself in my pants. Do you know what would be funny?
What?
Tsukuyomi does get removed on the list. More Spirit Monster comes. Tsukuyomi does become really good. And everyone starts going, Tsukuyomi needs to be very good. Tsukuyomi needs to be bad.
Well, then again, we are getting more spirit monsters.
I know, I'm just saying, could you imagine? Tsukuyomi becomes so good at Spirit deck, people start saying, Tsukuyomi needs to be bad again. Tsukuyomi needs to be bad again.
Alright, let's end this already.
Alright, final recall of what we said that should be hit. Band, BLS, Gateway, Reborn, Limited, Ophion, Gold Sarcophagus, Super Juvie, Judgment, Secret, and Grow Ball. And was there one other card we talked about right there? Right to Grow Ball before we moved to 7 Limited?
I don't know, actually. I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither. Alright, 7 Limited, we talked about Rise Georgia Metal Dragon, Smoke Signal, and both of the Castors.
Yeah.
And all we had for no longer on the list right now was Tsukuyomi.
Yeah. So remember, we didn't say banned Ophion, we just said
limited. And I'm gonna be really mad, dude. So I will be a sad panda if someone dislikes this video just because of a Ophion thing.
Yeah.
Alright. So that's all we can say about this, guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Comment down below what you guys want to say. Leave a like down below before you leave. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to us yet. And we'll see you guys another day.
See ya.
Bye. Bitch.